I help women who go in and out of bad relationships build their self-worth so they get off the relationship roller coaster. Want to learn how to love yourself, ladies? Beatrice here from Head to Soul to help you learn what loving yourself is all about and how this will help build your self-worth. But first, why am I talking to you about loving yourself? I think that's a great question, right? Accepting who you are is like very, very important. Okay. It's a part of being healthy. It's a part of building healthy relationships. And when we, are applying what we learn here with me, yeah, you'll be well on your way to feeling great. All right. So how we see ourselves is sometimes flawed. It's flawed by our own perception. It's flawed by, our past. It could be flawed by the world we live in, what we watch on TV, what we listen to people, tell us about ourselves. It could be flawed from things as early as childhood, so they all play a part in how we see ourselves and how we are being in the world that we live in. You must start to see yourself the way your creator sees you. God sees no flaws when he looks at you. He sees no flaws when he looks at you. So we got to be careful because how we see ourselves or how we interact with ourselves determines the quality of life that we have. Okay? You will see things in your reality or in your world that reflects the lack of love, that reflects the thoughts that you're having about yourself, that reflects the love that you have for yourself. And this could be like represented in anger, you being frustrated, and attracting unwanted things in your life. And this could be in from people to things, because we don't understand how powerful our thoughts and our beliefs are that we have about ourselves, that we do create the life. We do create our own reality. And we're not understanding that because we're seeing things that we actually say, no, that's not true, because I would not have asked for that in my life. But you're asking for it even without being conscious of asking for it, because you're asking for it with your emotions. You may not have said it with the words, but you are actually asking for the thing that you don't want to see through your emotions. And that's the things I deal with in my coaching. It's so powerful. It's so wonderful. So to keep from getting sidetracked. So like I said, we are our own worst critic. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you create or help you identify the thoughts that you're experiencing, how to believe in yourself. And when everything around you is saying total opposite, that you're still going to believe and love yourself, regardless of what the world is telling you or showing you. So what does it mean to love yourself? I'm getting all tongue tied, but what is loving yourself? I must say, loving yourself means, getting an understanding of what makes you tick, getting an understanding of what makes you happy, and applying those things as much as possible. Okay, it's not about the material things. It's not about other people and what they say or what they may feel about you. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin. It's about loving yourself regardless of anyone or anything. Okay, so it's about like taking that time with yourself, being quiet with yourself, and respecting yourself, respecting your body and what you stand for. It's about saying, no when you need to say no. It's about, respecting yourself enough to be mindful of what you allow in your circle. It's about you being mindful enough of what you allow into your thinking, most importantly, because we have control of our thoughts. See, our thoughts don't think us. We think our thoughts. Okay? And we think we have no control, but we have all the control. Now, my clients they find that when they hook up with me and we go through processes and steps and this and that, they find that loving themselves helps them to accomplish life goals. Okay, they begin to tap into themselves and who they are. They stop being hard on themselves. Okay, they learn how to forgive others, and most of all, they learn how to forgive themselves. Okay, they make themselves first. They make themselves a priority. That's not being selfish to make yourself first. Okay, we got to get away from these things that people say and that we believe that's not true. Okay, it also helps them to be more or have more self-awareness and understand what makes them come alive, what makes them tick, and also helps them to gain more satisfaction in their lives. That's what we want. We want the freedom to be who we are. That's what we want. It also helps them to sense intuitively the direction for their lives and create healthy habits. Okay, we've got all these habits that we've created ourselves that are unhealthy, that is keeping us stuck, keeping us from moving forward. We need to tap into and understand that it's up to us to create these healthy habits. So that's what I have allowed. That is what my clients have done. All right. So you might be asking, how would I know if it's time for me to learn to love myself? And that is a great question, and I'm glad you asked. All right. It's time for you to practice loving yourself if you answer yes to any of these questions. All right. Okay. You are expected to make your partner happy. You are expected to make your partner happy. He's looking to you to make him happy. All right. Anytime you're expected to solely, now that's the word, solely make your partner happy, there will always be pressure on the relationship. There will always be issues in the relationship. Okay. For an example, if you're in a relationship and you feel like it's your job to make them happy, there's a problem because happiness is inward. It is inward. So you can't be responsible for fulfilling someone else's every need. That is not healthy, guys. That is not healthy, ladies. But I'm just saying, you can't. Happiness is inward. If you don't learn how to love yourself, you have to. That is not about things. It's not about all this other stuff. It's about you making a decision that you're going to be happy, regardless of anything else or anyone else. Okay, if you said yes to, you have a fear of letting go of a relationship. Now that's one. Because there are many reasons why we fear of letting go. Okay, we become so attached, we think we can't live without the other person. Okay, even when the relationship is not feeling good, even when it's a bad relationship, if we are not being treated right, we still feel like we can't let go of the relationship. Okay, but there's something underlying. Okay, so for those who are outside looking in, you may feel like, why in the world are they still with that person? Why would they still be with that person who's treating them like that? It's got more to do with what your eyes are seeing. Okay, it has everything to do with what's going on within inward. Okay, you may feel like you stay because you think you can change the person, or they'll change one day, or I can change, maybe I can change them, and that's a mistake. That's a mistake. So I want you to understand that you are not a puppet. Okay, you are not a puppet to be pulled on a string to do whatever it is that someone else wants you to do. Okay, you have a voice, so you have to learn how to use it. Okay, if you are not making yourself happy, why in the world? Why are you looking for someone else to do it? If you're not making you happy, stop looking for everybody else to make you happy. Start with you. That's the most powerful thing you can ever do, is start with you. Okay, another one is you feel low self-worth. And sometimes we don't even realize that that we feel that way, that we, have low self-worth. And but what I want to say is, if you are looking to others or looking for others' approval, okay, if you don't understand why, if you feel like you're stuck and you don't know what to do about it, you don't believe in yourself, okay, you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, you believe it's not in the cards for you, okay, these are all limiting beliefs, guys, all limiting beliefs. All right, so what about this one? If you say yes to this, you don't love or respect yourself. And that's another one. Sometimes we don't realize that we don't love ourselves. We don't respect ourselves. And this is where sometimes the blame game comes in, because we get so frustrated. We get so angry because we're not being, having, or doing the things that we want to do. Okay. And so we get angry with others because we're not happy with ourselves. But this thing can be reversed also, because you could be the type of person that you get all the praises. Every time you do something, is someone there to tell you how awesome that was. But the thing about it, you have so much lack of love for yourself that it doesn't matter about the praises that someone gives you, because you still feel unhappy. You're still not happy. Okay? You still have this low self-worth thing going on. You still feel bad about yourself. Whatever. It's all internal. It's all internal, guys. If you say yes to, you haven't forgiven yourself for the past. Okay? God does not want you to hold on to the past. He knows what holding on to the past will do, especially if it's negative. If it's negative, why are you holding on to the past? But it's something going on inward. It's something going on inward, guys. So understand this. Your mind is a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool, and it's up to us. It's up to me. It's up to you to make the choice to forgive others. And it's all up to us and you to do this. We got to forget the past. We got to forget those negative things that happened to us in the past, because it is not causing us to be able to move forward. It is keeping us stuck. It is keeping us stuck. All right. The word past. It sounds past. It's in the past. Don't drag the past back into your now moments. Okay, ladies? We are the ones hurting ourselves for not being able to move on. So we can't blame others. What about if you feel like you're the victim? Okay? Now, we all get victimized in some way, shape, or form. But some of us are way in left field. You're always feeling like you are the victim. You're always feeling like you are the victim. It's you. You're always like talking about what someone's done to you, or what someone's doing to you, how someone wronged you. All right? Or someone is always out to get you. You're always being the victim. All right? Now, we got to learn how to take responsibility, and that is going to be a must. All right? You must go for what you want. You must go for what you want to do, be, or have. You must go for it. All right? Because you got to stop blaming others for not being able to move forward. What if you said yes that you have self-doubt? Now, self-doubt can ruin a relationship and affect your happiness. Okay? Your negative thinking causes you to act in ways that's less pleasing. Okay? Remember, whatever you think about that's negative, about yourself, you must reframe that thought. You must find a way. Okay? And that's why I'm here talking to you. Because sometimes we just don't know how. We just don't know who to talk to. We don't even sometimes recognize that we have a problem. Okay? So it's not always easy, but it's doable. And it's a must. Okay? It's not always easy in the beginning. But the more you practice, focusing on the positive instead of the negative. Okay? You're well on your way. You're well on your way to loving yourself. You're well on your way to having awesome relationships. You're well on your way to attracting awesome relationships. And I use that word attracting because that's it's so it's um it's so simple, guys, but we make it hard. All right. So we got to first begin with ourselves. Never mind others. Okay. We got to deal with ourselves first. If you've answered yes to, you allow people close to you to pull you down. Okay. Now, there are family members, there are people in your lives who really don't know that they're making you feel any kind of way. They really don't know. Okay. But whenever you're around certain people, it's just like they always tell you about your shortcomings or your limitations or your faults, when you're around certain people, and you have to become aware of how you're feeling when you around that person. Okay, like before you leave, before you get there, kind of pay attention to how you're feeling, and then after you're there and after you leave, pay attention to how you're feeling. What is the difference? Is there any difference? Okay, do they make you feel inspired, or do they make you feel worse every time you're around them? You get negative vibes, or you're around people that's always negative, always talking negative about something or someone. Be aware of these, okay? Because this is all energy, okay? So you need to pay attention to those people or things or places or whatever that bring you down, and those people that don't uplift, okay? But make sure you're not contributing to the drama. Okay, make sure you're not contributing to the drama, the negativity. All right, make sure you're inspiring others. Make sure that who you hang out with is doing the same thing. You want to hang out with people who are inspiring others, not nitpicking people, not talking about others, not being negative about every single thing that they talk about. What about you let others influence your decisions? It takes courage, guys. It takes courage to speak out. Okay, it takes courage to speak out when someone is trying to influence you to go in their direction. They're trying to influence you to do what they want you to do. They're trying to influence you in their dreams and their desires. It's kind of hard to speak out when people is trying to influence you to do that. But this all comes about, and it's easy to do when you learn how to love yourself. People will back off when you start to tell them, and they realize, oh, this person knows who they are. I can't do that with them. Okay, they'll back off and leave you alone. All right. So you must believe you can do anything you choose to. You must believe that you can be anything you choose to. You can have anything you choose to. All right. Know yourself so that you are less likely to allow people into your lives that prey on you with their opinions, their interests, or their desires. What about this one? You don't know how to deal with your emotions. Okay? Your emotions, I call, are blessings. They are blessings. I'm sorry if y'all hear motorcycles out there. It's a nice day and people are out there enjoying the day, riding their three-wheelers and all this kind of stuff. But, okay, so I think it's a blessing. I think, God equipping us with emotions is powerful and is a blessing. Because our negative emotions, they tell us that something is a little bit off. Something is off. So don't try to ignore your emotions or, anything like that, because they are there to guide you. They're there as your indicators. They're there to tell you whether you're off course. Okay, so you want to pay attention to what's going on in your emotions. Okay, there are beliefs that are limiting you, and emotions that you're experiencing is your indicator that you're on the wrong course. Or you're having the wrong thoughts. Something is going on in your thought processes that is causing you to think the way you are. Okay? So you got to get a check on what you're thinking about. You got to learn how to think about what you're thinking about. Think about what you're thinking about. This is so important, so powerful. You know, this is how we physically see the things that happen in our lives or experience the things that happen in our lives. This is how we, the events, the circumstances, the situations that come into our lives, this is how they do. This is how they come into our lives, because we create our own reality. All right. And that's powerful to know. So our thoughts and our emotions, powerful tools that we get to use to decide what happens in our lives. And if you said yes, that you allow your negative beliefs to control your life. Just got through talking to someone about that. Okay. Our beliefs go, like I said earlier, as far back as childhood. As far back as childhood. And until we change our beliefs, we can't change our lives. I must say that again. Until we change our beliefs, we cannot change our lives. So you might be asking, okay, I got all this information. Now what do I do? Okay, so in my coaching practice, I help women discover what causes them to lead a less than desirable life. Okay, even when they don't, or they can't stand or don't like the life that they have, they still continue to repeat that life. Next year is the same thing, and then the next year is the same thing. They don't know because they have a lack of knowledge. And in the word, it says that people perish for a lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding, a lack of wisdom. People perish for it. Okay, so they don't sometimes understand, don't know what to do about it, or even if anything can be done about it. So what I do, I help them through a step-by-step process to learn how to love themselves and to learn how to tap into like their greatness, because we are all great. We are all great. Okay? It's just buried in there, just waiting to come out. All right? So we all have greatness. And so I help them tap into their greatness and understand what's going on in their thinking, what's going on in their emotions. So if you've answered yes to any of the symptoms that I just discussed above, then what I want you to do right now, click on the link below in the description to schedule a time to sit and talk with me. And I don't mean sit with me, I mean like on the phone. All right, this allows me the ability to be able to help as many people as possible. So in the description box, go ahead and do what you need to do. Schedule time to talk with me about how you can learn to begin the journey to loving yourself. All right, I'll help you understand what's the block, what's blocking you from loving yourself. Okay, what is the limiting beliefs that's held you stuck in that place? Okay, and I'll show you how to get started. Now, before I end the video, I don't want to wait. I don't want you to wait, and I don't want to wait. I want you to go ahead and do what you got to do. I want you to start the journey to loving yourself right now. And you can do this by downloading my free PDF, okay, how to begin the love journey in 5 steps. All right, so it's in the description box below this video. Now, what I want you to do is in the comments below, let me know as soon as you have downloaded the PDF, because I want us to go on a journey together. Okay, I want to know which one of the 5 steps you've chosen to focus on the most, and I want you to stay in touch with me. All right, I will promise you I will read your comments, as many as possible. I will read your comments. I love to interact, so I'm going to stay in touch with you, all right? Because I want to experience how you're feeling while practicing these wonderful, awesome steps. And if you want more tips and tools on this info you could use to create a better you, are you stuck in any area of life and you want to know what's preventing you from moving forward, you want to learn about mindset, you want to learn about thoughts, emotions, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now below. Hit the subscribe button. If you're tired of getting the same results out of life and you know you deserve it, you know you deserve it. Inwardly, you know you deserve it. You intuitively know you deserve it. You know you are worthy, but you just don't understand what's blocking you. Okay, then hit the subscribe button below. And don't forget, when you hit the subscribe button, go ahead right on the side of it. Go ahead and hit the bell next to it to make sure you are notified every time I put out new content. All right, because you don't want to miss any valuable content. So go ahead and turn on your notifications. Now, I hope you've got some valuable content from my video. All right. So don't forget to leave a comment down below so I'll know how you are doing on your journey to loving you. All right. And if you like this video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button and the little bell next to it. Please don't forget to get your free PDF that's down in the description box. And I love you, beautifuls. As always, remember to love you first. All right.